On this episode of Biggs Build Hot Rods, we're just gonna smear some mud and sand and smear some more. I got put a coat on here and I did a little bit over here. The bottom of this patch I did. Put a first coat on that and a patch over this back patch. Just later on heavy, I'll take the board file or the DA and knock it down when it dries, and we'll go from there. Just laying her in thick. I ain't trying to take forever on it, so I got the other fender. I'm gonna mix some up and do the bottom of it, and we'll go from there. Like I said, it is what it is. Smear it and say it's good. Gonna get dusty real quick. It's already a little dusty. Well, got the first coat sanded down, scuffed down where I can put the next layer. You can see the dark spots are all low there. Let's walk around here. Same thing here. Dark spots are low. I didn't do any of this up here. My buddy's been working on that, so I'll just let him play with that. But on this down here, you can see dark there, it's all low. Still a little low down in there. Same with this, the whole bottom needs another coat again. That's all low right through there. This also, you can see all the low spots. There you go, you can see it pretty good there. So I'm gonna put another coat on this and let it dry, and we'll go from there. It's a slow process. Put it on, let it dry, sand it off, put it on, let it dry, sand it off. But yeah, that's all we can do. But like I said, this is gonna be about the last go around before I get it tagged, and then we'll do some other things later. But body work is where it's at right now. Lots and lots of it. So, all right, let me get back at it. I'll mix some of this mud up. As you can see, I got me a clump of mud laid out here. I haven't put the hardener in it yet. And we'll go from there. Of course, drop it right in the mud. We'll put about that much in it, maybe a little more. One-handed here ain't so easy. Get the mix in here. I should have put it on tripod, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get over here and hold the board and mix away. I don't think you guys want to see this anyway. So, all right, I'll be back with you. Let you guys see me mess up some mud. Definitely not a professional at this. So, I mean, I'll smear my share of mud, but I didn't say I did it right. A little bit of rough ain't gonna hurt you. Knock it down. I mean, you try to get it as smooth as you can, but a little dent there. You can't get it exactly perfect always, especially when you're me. That looks like that's a dent there. Definitely a low spot right there. Let's just do it like that. Deal with it later. Get enough in there to fill it in. I think I'm making it worse. Go with that one on there. All right, let's go down here to the next spot. I don't know how much I got left here. I don't have a whole lot left. Put what we can in. Let's mix some more. Be about the end of her. Like I said, I'm no professional, so you guys can, tell me what I'm doing wrong in the comments, because I guarantee you I'm doing wrong. But kind of like welding, a grinder makes it better, well, a sander makes this better too. All right, that's about all I got, so we'll mix up some more and go from there. So this back corner, I believe, is pretty good, or it is good enough for me. It's pretty smooth. Might be a couple low spots, but nothing bad. Good enough. I'm gonna try to put a little bit of paint on it. Just see what happens. I got this gold paint. I'm gonna see. Be alright. I gotta still put another coat on this one. You can see the low spots there, like in here. And then across the bottom, a couple spots in here, even up here really. So I'm gonna do another coat there. We're waiting on this one to dry. And I still gotta sand this other side off and try it. The gold's pretty close though. That's pretty much dried. That gold on the fender is that spray can. So I think it's close enough. So now I'm gonna get ready and sand this off, and we'll go from there. that dry up on there. Put them around this corner. Pretty close match, I think. Let that tack over, and we'll hit another coat. That's 3 coats, still a little stripy, but I think when it dries it won't be as noticeable. It's right now it's a little bit brighter, but I mean the top is faded. But like right there, the back and the quarter panel is fresh paint. The back door is dirty and not fresh paint. So, I mean, overall, don't look too bad. It is what it is. Yeah, there's a light here. I mean, like I said, this is really dirty up here. I'm gonna try to buff the top half of this up once I get the bottom painted. But for only sanding this with like 60 grit paper, I never even put no fine stuff on it. Figured, you know, good enough is what it is. So, yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. Like I said, it is a little stripy. That paint don't have much of a spread in the can, but I think once it dries, it won't be so bad. I'll show you after it dries, and we'll, you know, you guys can judge me from there. I mean, without really sanding this thing down and taping it off and painting it with a paint gun, you know, what the heck, it ain't that bad. Made a little prop rod out of the bars that went around in the trunk for the old trunk. I guess they're like torsion bars or tension bars for the trunk to spring up. There you go. So just lays down in there, and then when you're ready, you just bring it up, put it in this little hole right here, and it holds the hood. Cause I didn't put no springs on these. I do have the springs for the hinges, but it ain't the strongest spot where it's mounted to, and I'm afraid the springs will rip the hinges loose from the Crown Vic body there. So I just did it this way. I may change this rod and put it in the center just because it kind of tweaks the hood a little. I think I like the prop rod better here. The hood sets straighter. It ain't, you know, leaning tweaked like that. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna put it. And it only comes over to about here when the rod's down, and it sets right up in that eyelet and holds it tight right up in here. Can't slip out. It's pretty good. I think that's what I like. Reuse everything you can. Like I said, this is the tension rods on the trunk lid of the Crown Vic. They was laying here, and I'm like, that'll make a good hood prop. So here we are. That's what we got, and that's where we are. Take this old rod out of here now that I was using. No more piece of pipe. So yeah, that'll work. One more thing off the list. We are getting close, folks. I think I showed you this paint. It's definitely a little more gold than the top half, but I think it'll work. I might, I don't know, try to dull it down a little bit, scuff it down once it's good and hardened. But, you know, overall, it'll work. There was a big hole down there. Now there's not. Still more sanded on them. I think I got, I don't know, 3 or 4 coats of putty on them too. And there's At least 3 on this fender over here, maybe 4. It's getting real close now. I mean, real close as far as I'm going with it. I mean, you see, ain't nothing perfect on this, so yeah, it'll be all right. We're getting close, so letting this stuff harden up. Probably gonna call it here for today. I'll be back out here. Well, I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow, but anyway, it'll just be a second or two for you guys. But yeah, I got a bunch more sanding to do, and then we'll try to match this paint best we can, and then it's time to tag this thing. It is right there. I'm gonna be riding it before you know it. What do you think? Give her a little gold touch under the hood. Just painted it gold, put a little clear on it just to help protect it on this plastic. We'll see. I don't know how it's gonna work, but it does have a crack in it there, but it'll be all right until maybe I'll find another one later. But yeah, I think it looks cool. It'll help out under the hood, I think. I'll show you guys once I get it back under there. Not all the way bolted down and in there, but you get the gist here. Little gold nugget. Back working on this again. I made me a template off of this onto this, I guess it's like 1/4 inch plexiglass I got. Marked it out. I think I'll take it over here on this little bandsaw I got, see if it'll cut it. And then if so, I'll just either glue it or take these couple little holes here and bolt it to this. And then that'll be all smooth. I might have to cut these ribs off just to make it, you know, flat. But really, it probably wouldn't even matter. Just that way it'll be a smooth piece and I can paint this black. And then we'll go from there. I'll get a sticker made up or whatever to put on that. That'll fill that in. I think it'll look all right. And I don't have to do no welding in there, none of that grinding, making sure it's all smooth. We'll just go with it, see what happens. All right, let me get set up on this thing and I'll show you when I get her there. Got this panel done. Don't look too bad. I get a sticker and put on that. I think it'll look good. Once it dries, I'll put it back in the truck. Well, we got, I believe, the 3rd coat on this fender. We're getting closer. I did find this paint. I just sprayed a little bit over this just to see. It ain't done body work on it or nothing, but this is metallic antique gold. And it's pretty close. I think it's close enough, and it's just old Ace paint. So I'll probably be using that. Getting ready to put another coat on here. This is only 2 coats on this. I'll be getting ready to put the 3rd. I did put the 3rd on this one and this one yesterday. This is getting really close. This may need another coat or 2. This might be the final coat for this one. We will see. But I got some more mud out here. Gonna get ready and mix some hardener in it and go from there. So I'll be back with you. Well, got the gas cap door back on. Put the last coat of putty on this. I think that's probably 4 or 5. Just put a little more on here just to help smooth that out. This side I put some primer on. It's pretty smooth everywhere. It's pretty decent, man. That fender was kind of a hack job. It had a real big indent there, like right there. And it ain't bad. I mean, I'm all right with it. Good enough. This side I put a little bit more on. This will be the last little coat of putty here. Put a little here, a little down there. That was still a little low spot right there, and it was just a little low spot there. But overall, she's close. I'm gonna go back and try to get some some different paint because I'm not happy with the paint that we got on this quarter over here. After it dried, it's just too metallic looking. I really didn't even think about it when I bought it that it was metallic paint. But yeah, it's just too bright. I don't like it. So I'm gonna try to find something different. Might have to go with flat paint because I don't know how much this is gonna buff up, if any. So, but yeah, that's about where we are. As you can see, we got dust everywhere. When I get to do the old first car wash on it, y'all folks sort of like it because it's gonna be a dirty one. But yeah, we'll let this Bondo dry up, and we'll be back with you. Probably tomorrow. I'll just let it set overnight. And I think I did show you guys my engine cover that it did. My kid tells me I'm part Mexican now because of the gold cover on it. But hey, I'm alright with it. Whatever. I like it. It's the Goldilocks. I said it's like a golden nugget up under there. Anyway, I'll be back with you guys tomorrow, and we'll try to wrap this thing up. The body work that I'm going to do, like I said, it's about all I'm going to do on it. Do a little more sanding, try to match this paint somewhat, and then that's it. So we'll see you then. Well, I'm officially done sanding this thing. That's all she's getting. It ain't a getting no more. I guess we'll see what it looks like. We get a little paint on it. This side's done. She's close. It ain't too bad. You see what this one looks like after I put a little primer on it, which, you know, you can see the Bondo through it, but I don't think you will when you paint it. This side is done. It all looks pretty good. It's smooth. I have one little low spot where that dent was right there, but it ain't it ain't bad. I'm done. I'm done. Looks pretty good. This quarter looks good, other than the paint that don't match. So now I'm on a hunt to find some paint that matches this top. I don't know that I'm gonna find it. I might end up having to get something close enough, or maybe go flat black from that line down, like a satin, kind of matchy stripes. I don't want to do that. I want to be all gold with leave the black stripes. So, but we'll see. I'm going to go on a hunt now for some paint, and I'll be back with you when I get some. We will see. Alrighty, see you in a few. Another failed color attempt. On the cap, it looked pretty close. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, I just laid it on just for a base coat, no matter. But, if you look, the cap looks pretty close to the color. Yeah, I don't know. I took a piece of it with me. Can't see there. Yeah, like that, it really don't. I don't know. Took a piece of the old metal with me to check it. And on the cap, I thought it was kind of close, closer than the gold. And it don't get me wrong, it's khaki anyway. I didn't think that it sounded right, but you know, for a $6 can of paint, I figured, let's try it. And it ain't it. But don't get me wrong, the bodywork don't look too bad. It ain't perfect by any means, but it don't look bad. Looks decent. The front fender, I painted it too, just for the heck of it. Bodywork don't look too bad. All things considering, as rough as this thing was, I say that's a win on bodywork. Like I said, it ain't perfect, but it ain't bad. I don't see nothing major jumping out at me. So, yeah, back to the drawing board on paint. I may go try to get a quart of paint mixed up. Or one parts store, I think they used to. I guess they still do. It's Napa now. It used to be Cecil Waldale. They used to take a paint code or a paint chip and mix paint, which I don't have the paint code, but I do have a piece of the metal I cut off of this thing. Maybe, just maybe, I can get a quart mixed up and paint from this seam down, or maybe a little above the seam now, since I just spray bombed that, which I can sand that off, I guess, but you know, paint the whole bottom half of this thing. But yeah, I don't know. We may end up going satin black on the bottom of this thing if I can't get no paint to match. We will see. So, all right, I'll be back with you. Well, I think that's going to be the end of this video. We ain't had no luck getting no spray can paint, so I'm going to go, probably have to be Monday now, today's Friday evening, and get some paint mixed up. We got a local body shop here, well, somewhat local, that supposedly mixes it. And I'm going to try to do that, take my paint chip over, you know, my piece of metal, and try to get that mixed. And I'll probably just tape from the body line up, tape that up, and just shoot the whole bottom half of this thing. That way it'll be something, you know, hopefully we can get the right color, because this is kind of like a butterscotchy copper color more than gold, really. So that's pretty much where we are. Like I said, I'm gonna have to leave this one here. This video's gotten kind of long. I'm sure this ain't gonna be the most riveting video. A bunch of body work and sanding and, you know, little bit of other stuff, but mostly just body work. But, you know, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share it with a friend. Tell your grandma, tell your neighbor, tell somebody. We're still hovering a little over, like, I think it's 625 subscribers. Let's ramp up here. Let's get some more people in here. I like what I'm doing. I don't know if y'all do, but I do. So, yep, you guys have a good week. Hopefully next week I'll get you another one, and God bless you.